Nashville Fairgrounds is next on the tour. The old Nashville Short Track is where we're at next. It's the running of the Marty Robbins 420. It's one of the grandest short tracks on the circuit for the FedEx Nationwide Series to visit, and we are very honored to be here today. On the pole for today's Marty Robbins 250, it is Joshua Collard in the car he calls Jenny Joe on the pole for today's race. Alongside of him is Charles Jackson in a red Chevrolet for Tax Slayer in JR Motorsports. Roy Vanderview, car 54, starts third. And outside of him in row 2 is Skylar Harris. Row 3, David Burton in car 16. And the Johanna Long car for ML Motorsports, Lisa Shears, starting in 6th position. Adrian Becker and Tim Waycross have row 4, row 5, Logan Wilson and Samuel Mills. Then row 6 has Dion Scott and Cole Moore. And here's the command to fire the engines here at Nashville.
Drivers, start your engines.
And given the fire the engines, Dylan Young and Sam Young, the Young brothers, have row number 6, I believe, row number 7, whichever. And then teammates Jared Stone and DeMarcus Brown, both for Rusty Wallace Racing, have the next row down. Field comes out of corner number 4, under the lights at Nashville Fairgrounds, and the green flag waves. And here we go for the Marty Robbins 250. Joshua Collard has the lead as he puts Jenny Joe out in front. And it's Roy Vanderview giving hard chase in second position now. As you see, the field heading off into turn number 1. And the green and the yellow flag waves for the first time here today. Jeffrey Fenguy has crashed in car 32. And let's see right there. He got turned around, it looks like, by Bob Ferguson, the 34. Yes, he did. And hard into the wall he goes. You don't really have time to react. On this track is what it's looking like. You ain't gonna have time to react when you get into the wall. And that was the case here for Jeffrey Fenguy. That's going to put him into pit road and unscheduled stop for him, looks like. And he has stopped on pit road, so he'll be going back to the tail end of the longest line. Which it looks like he's not, because he's still ahead of the 20th, Seth Cole. Well, actually, he was ahead of Seth Cole when he crossed the yellow flag, so. Pace car signs are off here. Joshua Collard in the car he calls Jenny Joe, driving for Jennifer Joe Cobb Racing, is on the pole, is on the front, is on the point here today. Excuse me. Well, this is the pole silver race, but he's on the point with Roy Vanderview driving for Kyle Busch Motorsports in second position. Third is David Burton. Fourth, Charles Jackson. Fifth, Adrian Becker. Then Skylar Harris, Logan Wilson, Lisa Shears, Dion Scott, and Tim Waycross the top 10. And let's see what kind of race we're going to have here. The green flag waves, and we're back underway here at Nashville. And Joshua Collard gets a good start, but so too does Roy Vanderview in car 54. Roy giving Joshua a hard chase as they come down the backstretch in the third turn now. And Collard still has the lead with Roy Vanderview in second position now, third. And whoa, Dylan Hughes a little off the pace there in car 52. Apparently something wrong with the 52 of Dylan Hughes as we're back to the leaders. Joshua Collard still maintaining an advantage over Roy Vanderview in car 54. Roy's got a pretty good car, looks like. He and Joshua, pretty equal equipment, so it's looking like Joshua in the Ford and Roy in the Toyota. But it looks to me like Jenny Joe getting a little bit better out of the turn, off the corner, as opposed to Roy Vanderview. Got somewhat of a slightly better bite. But I tell you, Roy Vandervue in the 54, he's been running pretty well this season. So too has Joshua Collard, except Collard's had a couple of bad luck runs in his last couple races. And neither won any of his doing as the yellow flag waves. Oh, big pileup. Dylan Young and Derek Henderson. And Dylan Young kind of leaning on the 54 of Roy Vandervue. I don't know what this is all about. Roy's thinking about why. Me? What? Me? I wasn't doing anything to you. Yeah, the third car in the crash. You know, there were several in the crash there. Yeah, Dylan Young apparently got turned at first. He's up high coming out of turn number 4. He about taps the wall a little bit. He gets into the Marcus Brown to 66. Dylan gets turned. He saves it from hitting the inside wall. Now watch, he's going to go back up the track into DeMarcus Brown, I believe. Yes, he does. And it sends them both spinning around. Now watch what happens. Oh my goodness, both hard into the wall. Now Eric Burton's going to come in, bam, and just nowhere for everybody else to go. Natalie Hernandez, she was in the crash. Bob Fergus about missed him. Yeah, he did. Derek Henderson, Jack Richards, Eric Burton, Jerry Guerrera. Boy, he's had a hard last few races. And now watch Roy Vandervue in car 54. Dylan Young's may have a little bit of a conflict with him, but I don't see where Roy did anything wrong, obviously. He starts just banging on him like he did something, and Roy's saying, I didn't do nothing, which he didn't. And I think Dylan Young decides to take his frustration out on Roy Vandervue, I think. I don't know. Either way, Dylan was in the crash and he's mad, so obviously, simple case of short track tempers here at Nashville, here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. The pace car's lights are off. Joshua Collard has left from the green flag on here at Nashville Superspeedway. He's got a short track win to his credit with the Jennifer Jo Cobb Racing Machine. That was at Richmond last season. He also won on a road course at Watkins Glen, and the Mopar Nationwide Series took the win at Kansas in his very first Mopar Nationwide Series start, may I add. And let's see what happens. The green flag waves, and Joshua Collard again gets a good start on the rest of the field. And Roy Vandervue now caught up on the high side of the 32 of Jeffrey Fink, and that's going to let Joshua Collard pull away. And now Jenny Jo's up front and all alone for Joshua Collard. But Roy Vandervue is closing in a hurry. So Roy knew he had to clear the lap cars in a hurry to keep from having to... yellows out again. What the heck? Oh, the 38 of Cole Dally got turned. And it looked like it might have been under yellow that he got turned. Yes, he did. What in the world? That was not the cause of the yellow. The yellow was caused by Natalie Hernandez in the 36. She was one of the cars a lap down. She's on the inside of David Burton in the 16. And watch her. She's going to get turned right there by the 22 of Skylar Harris, and yes, she indeed, Natalie bunny hops just a little bit, and just like we saw with the 32, just like we saw with the 32 of Jeffrey Finn guy, Natalie gets into the wall, and then dire straits for Natalie Hernandez. Now watch Cole Dally in the 38. And he's gonna take the yellow flag right there. And watch the 40 of Ricky Falcon. I have a feeling he's going to turn Cole Dally under yellow. No, Ricky got turned by the 87 of Ed Gardner, and then he just bumps into Cole. Lisa Shears and David Burton got spun too. I didn't see that happen. Boy, crazy racing, crazy stuff going on. And she was three-way with Dylan Young and David Burton. That's Lisa in the 70 car. The red and white machine. And her and David Burton's going to get a little close quarters racing going on under yellow, actually. And they're going to squeeze it, and they're going to squeeze each other. Dylan Young gets squeezed into the wall. Ugh, yeah. Lisa Shears was running 6th when all this happened in car number 70. I think she's going to keep 6th position, as a matter of fact, too. So, as a result of these series of unfortunate events... Yep. It seems like the only one that doesn't have anything going wrong for him so far is Joshua Collard, as he and Jenny Joe keeps the lead here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Roy Vandervue is a strong candidate for a strong threat for the win. As a matter of fact, too, for Joshua, he's been second the whole time, kind of dogging him this whole race. Green flag waves again on lap number 23 here at Nashville. Whoa! Oh! Adrian Becker hard into the wall. And oh gosh, the backstretch all clogged up. Tim Waycross has crashed. Joshua Collard may get his win if this keeps up. I don't know. And Natalie Hernandez has crashed again! What in the world? Samuel Mills, he's crashed as well in the 31. Oh my goodness. Adrian Becker was running 3rd when all this happened in car number 43. And she got blatantly put in the wall by Dylan Young. And Adrian's upside down. Charles Jackson got turned by Dion Scott. And oh! Sam Young just put Adrian back in a up and over pirouette. And Cole Daly got hit by Nicholas Guerrera, and John Waycross gets hit by Jerry Guerrera, and the 11 of Derek Henderson. Now let's watch what happened to Natalie Hernandez in the 36. She was running 32nd. She wasn't having a good night at all. And again, it's Skylar Harris who turned her around. Skylar Harris must have something against Natalie Hernandez today here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Natalie vibrating a little bit, trying to get her car started, and she does indeed. And several cars were crashing into each other and junk like that. I don't know what was going on. There's been a lot of crashing into each other going on here at Nashville. I don't know what's going on here. And problems for Charles Jackson in the 5. He's got damage on the back of his number 5 car. He's got something like he might have some mechanical problems with his car too as he dives into pit road. And mechanical problems have put Charles Jackson out of the race. So it's he, Adrian Becker. So it's Charles Jackson, Adrian Becker, Samuel Mills, Eric Burton, Dale Keselowski, and Dylan Hughes all out of the race. As the green flag will be coming out on with 10 laps to go. We'll have 28 completed out of the schedule of 38. And it's been the pole sitter, Joshua Collard, in the car he calls Jenny Joe, leading the race here at Nashville Fairgrounds. And it's kind of like a baseball player not wanting to give up a no-hitter If you lead this far in racing, you got 10 laps to go, and you do not want to all let go. Not to try to jinx anybody, but still. We've seen stuff like that happen before. And Joshua Collard will lead him down the green flag waves. Roy Vandervee's been a strong threat for Joshua's top spot the whole night. Now, if we can ever get some green flag racing in, we'll see how strong Roy's car is. And what? Boy, it isn't ever. Roy's still on the back bumper of Joshua Collard. Let's see what the laps are this time by. 10 laps remaining here in the race here. 9 to go now. Vandervee at 1:16.89. Joshua at 1:16.09. So they got some horsepower in the hood of that Toyota for Kyle Busch Motorsports and Roy Vandervee's car. He's gone high, he's going low, he's trying to drop back, he's moved up. I think we're fixed to find out for Roy what Roy Vandervee's got for Joshua Collard. Let's check the laps this time by. Collard at 123.64. Roy at 123.56. So Roy kind of fell off just a little bit. We'll check the laps this time by again. As we'll have 6 to go. Collard at 123.58. Roy at 123.68. So those two are just about even, but I think Roy Vandervee's pulling back. And DeMarcus Brown is spun. As the yellow flag flies now with 5 laps to go. I think we'll still get a 1-lap dash to a checkered flag. But DeMarcus Brown was the cause of the yellow flag. Let's check and see what happened. Collard, no, it was DeMarcus Brown. He stayed on the track. 09 of Mitchell Jones is going by him. Now watch the one of John Waycross, I think. DeMarcus is going to hit the wall right there, and then John Waycross, he's going to hit DeMarcus twice and send DeMarcus around, and DeMarcus puts her back here, gets her pointed in the right direction, puts her in gear, and just drives away PO'd if anything else. We'll keep the lights. We'll keep our eyes on the pace car. And coming to start finish line, we will, and we will not get this race restarted here at Nashville Superspeedway. So the white and yellow flags are out. So for the 3rd time in FedEx Nationwide Series career, it's the car he calls Jenny Joe. Joshua Collard is going to be the winner here in the Marty Robbins 250 from the pole to the podium here at Nashville Superspeedway. Interesting fact of the matter, all 3 of Collard's wins have come from the pole in this series. So he'd rather start first if anything else. Roy Vandervee, you have to give him props. So he tried anything in the world to get by Joshua Collard. Just could not get up to him or get alongside of him or anything. But Roy Vandervee comes home with a close 2nd place finish to him. Good run for Roy, nonetheless, a good point stay for him. But the day's all about Joshua Collard and the car he calls Jenny Joe. The Driven to Honor Driver Boutique Ford Mustang gets the win here at Nashville Superspeedway. Joshua Collard wins the Marty Robbins 250 at the old Nashville Fairgrounds. What a run for Jennifer Jo Cobb Racing. Car number 13, that Ford Mustang, has got an excellent short track set up underneath the hood. You can probably, I would imagine that. So, not much of an average speed, 50.301 miles an hour. I don't know what's all those yellow flags they had come out, but Joshua Collard wins today at Nashville Superspeedway. Roy Vandervee 2nd. Lisa Shears puts ML Motorsports in 3rd. Good run for her. David Burton 4th, Logan Wilson 5th, Dion Scott, Skylar Harris, Ed Gardner, Seth Cole, and Sam Young, the top 10. Then Eric Matthews, Cole Moore, Tim Waycross, Jared Stone, Joseph Bryant, Bob Fergus, Ricky Falcon, Nick Ryan Acosta, Tim Gardner, and Mitchell Jones, the top 20 in this event. And there's the rest of the finishing order right here. 6 cars out of the race. Charles Jackson, Adrian Becker, Samuel Mills, Eric Burton, Dale Keselowski, and Dylan Hughes out of the running here at Nashville. But the car he calls Jenny Joe, it's Joshua Collard taking the win here today. Boy, what a... Said he won on a nail batter, and he indeed did. It was a nail batter from start to finish here, it seems like, here at Nashville. And here's your points as they are after 12 of 36 races. Lisa Shears has the lead by 55 over David Burton, who's in a tie for second with Tim Waycross. Skylar Harris is third. His third. Logan Wilson fourth. Nicholas Guerrero fifth. Or Nicholas Guerrero sixth, I should say, excuse me. Logan Wilson's fifth. Roy Vanderview up to seventh place in the points. Then Samuel Mills, Joseph Bryant, Dion Scott, Joshua Collard's win moved them back into the top 20 in 17th. And Cole Moore in a tie with Charles Jackson for 19th. So that's the top 20 in the points chase. And Dale Keselowski has the 36th spot. It's not been a good rookie season for him. So Charlotte is next up on the tour for the Overhauling 300. Don't miss it.